A common saying in trading is, the trend is your friend. This is because trends are a critical component in the Forex market. A trend is when price moves in a particular direction over a period of time. Trading with a trend can increase the chances of winning your position, and it's very common to see many investors use trend lines in their charting analysis. Trends can be long-term, short-term, upward, downward, and even sideways. Investors aim to identify trends to predict market movement. Let's hit the charts to discover how we can identify trends and use them to our advantage. All right, you guys, so I'm super excited to be telling you more about trends today. I do just want to give a disclaimer that this is my second time recording this video because my screen was not sharing the first time. So I kind of went through the motions of drawing what uptrends and downtrends look like and stuff like that. So I'm just going to jump straight into those drawings. You know, I guess it's a good thing because you guys don't have to go through the process of watching me draw all of this stuff again. But if you guys are wondering why drawings are already here on the chart, that is why, because I literally just recorded this and then realized that I was not even screen recording. So let's just go ahead and jump straight into this. All right. So currently I am looking at EUR JPY on the daily time frame, you guys. And right off bat, when I came to this chart, I was able to tell that this market was currently trending up. Okay. Now I know right off bat, if you guys are looking at this chart, you know, you probably have no idea what you're looking at. And you're probably like, Samaria, how the heck did you know, right, that this market was trending up? And it's just as simple, you guys, as understanding that uptrends produce higher highs and higher lows, while downtrends produce lower highs and lower lows. Okay, so let me just break this down for you. We're going to talk about uptrends really quick right here. So you guys, this is what an uptrend looks like. Okay, so like I said, uptrends produce higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so as you can see right here, we have our low point. So you guys, this is my drawing of an uptrend, all right, represented in the color green. And at the very bottom of this trend, we have our low, right? And then we have our high point. So this is our starting low and high point in the market. Now, what you will notice with an uptrend is that your lows are going to start to become higher, okay? Producing higher lows, right? We have our low, then we have a higher low within the market. Let me just place a star here so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This is our low. Then we have our higher low. Let me make this red for low. Yeah, we're going to make this color coordinated. Can I make this smaller? No? All right, I guess I can't make it smaller, so we're going to just leave it like that. So this is our low. Then we have our higher low, right? Then we have another higher low right here. Right? Then we have our next higher low right here. And then we have our final higher low within this trend. Now, on the opposite side of the spectrum, you will see that we have our high point, right? I'm going to make this blue instead of green. We have our high point right here, right? But then I want you guys to pay attention to the fact that our highs just get higher and higher, right? So we have our high, then we have our higher high, and then we have our next higher high, and then we have our final higher high point within the market, okay? So if we take a look at a live example within this market, like I said, I did already kind of draw this before starting this video, you guys. So I'm going to just move right over to this example that I had already drew of what the market is currently doing. So like I said, I can tell that EUR JPY is currently trending up, okay? And the reason I can see that is because we have our low right here, right? Then we have our high point right here. Then we have our higher low, right? This low is currently higher than this low, right? Than the previous low. Then we have our higher high, right? This high is higher than our previous high. And then it just keeps going, right? The market has now created another higher low point right now where it's currently sitting. Okay, so this is how I was able to come to this chart and right away identify that this market was trending up. Okay, so next let's talk about downtrends, you guys. Downtrends are literally the same as uptrends. It's just the opposite concept. Okay, so downtrends just produce lower highs and lower lows. Okay, so as you can see right here in this point, let me make this a little smaller so it can look a little more defined. So right here we have our high point in the market. And then we have our low point in the market. And then the market creates a lower high, right? Then we have another lower high. And then we have our final lower high. Then on the other side, we have our low, right? Then we have a lower low. And then we have our next lower low. And then we have our final lower low point within the market. Right? I hope you guys can see that. You can definitely see that. So yeah, you guys, these lower highs and lower low are what define a downtrend. Okay, so if we take a look at a live example again, let's go and look at a past example over here. This is what a downtrend looks like in the market. Okay, you can see that this market was trending down because it was producing lower highs and lower lows within this market, right? We have our high point, we have our low point, then we have our lower high, we have our lower low, we have our next lower high, and then our next lower low, and then our next lower high, right? And then it just keeps going from there. Now, when it comes to these trend line tools, you guys, the way that you utilize them, I'm going to find a blank example over here. I know there's another one. All right, boom. Here's another example of another downtrend, okay? And so when you want to go ahead and draw out a downtrend on your chart, all you want to do, I'm trying to make it so you can really see these lower highs and lower lows, okay? So in order to draw a downtrend, you just come here, you get your trend line tool. You want to plot it at your highest point of the trend. And then you just want to attach your lower highs, right? This is a downtrend. So I'm attaching, this is my high, this is a lower high, and then this is a lower high, and then this is a lower high, right? And I'm just going to keep attaching my lower highs until I create my downtrend, okay? Let me go ahead and make this a lot thicker for you guys so you can see it, right? And by me connecting these points, right, these lower highs within the market, this is what actually creates my downtrend. So you guys, like I said, we are here on the daily time frame for EUR-JPY. And like I said, we may notice that the market is currently trending up, right? So the reason why it's important to identify what the market is doing on a larger time frame like the daily, right? This is going to help you determine the overall trend of the market. And the reason why this is important is because, like I mentioned in the intro, there's a big saying in trading, which is the trend is your friend, all right? You guys want to trade with the trend and not against it. So with us being here on the daily time frame and understanding that this market is currently trending up, it would not make any sense for us to enter on any sell positions on this pair, okay? So if I come to the daily and I identify an uptrend on the daily, I may want to go ahead and look for my entry on a smaller time frame like the 4-hour or the hourly. So I'm just going to go ahead and let's scale down to the 4-hour. All right. And currently I can see that price is currently testing our trend line. Okay. So this lets me know that price is going to do one of two things. All right. It's either going to break this trend line and start to move in the downward direction, or it's going to bounce off of this trend line and actually continue up. All right. Just like this. Boom. All right, so yeah, that's pretty much how it works, you guys. This is how you're also able to predict what the market is going to do. Like I said, because if it were to break through this line, you would pretty much know that this market would potentially just keep moving down. But if it respects this trend line, you know that this market is potentially going to keep pushing upwards. Okay. Yeah, that's, you guys, that's really how trend lines work. That's how you get optimal positions, because you just trade with the trend. Okay, you guys, I'm telling you, trading against the trend is pretty risky. Okay, so you always want to make a point to figure out what your overall trend is, even if you are a scalper, even if you like to just trade, the 15-minute, the 5-minute, the 1-minute, depending on whatever pairs you like to trade, right? It's very important to know and understand the overall trend of the market, because if you can trade with the trend, you will find yourself making a lot more profits and experiencing a lot less losses. So yeah, you guys, that's it. I hope this training helped you guys understand more about trends and how to actually identify them within the market. But if you guys do have any questions or need any more clarification, you already know the deal. You can definitely be reaching out to me and we can set up a one-on-one if necessary. But yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it for this training, and thank you for your time. That concludes this lesson. If you have any questions or remarks, please join my discussion board and make them known. Feel free to follow me on social media and leave this emoji under a recent post for a follow back. Thanks again for tuning in to Money with Mari, and I'll see you on the next episode of Forex 101.